Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Living Will of Darkness Street Magic, where we find ourselves in, well, what appears to be a very pleasant suburban neighborhood. White picket fences, well-kept lawns, flower beds, um, detached houses. A couple of kids playing on their bikes in the street, and you hear the yaps of the small dogs chasing them playfully around as they throw the sticks with them. And appearing relatively suddenly on this street, quickly almost fading in from nothingness, is comes the bedraggled, scarred form of the ecstatic known as Naomi Cross. Um, she has torn jeans um, and a dirty t-shirt on. Her arms are exposed with numerous, even more than normal, strangely enough, track marks and scars. Um, Makeup, well, that has run down her face from tears, and lank hair that's not been washed for some time. And she is stood opposite a particular house, um, one that says Schreb on the mailbox, or Schreb/Cross on the mailbox. And yeah, she'll head towards the house. She'll open the gate, closing it behind her, and walk down the garden path of imported flagstones.
Like the changes?
What? As she turns around.
You like the changes, says the pitch black figure with the same silhouette as her.
It's changed. Why did it change? It's been the same. It's always been the same. Why is it different now?
The figure just cants its head to the side and looks towards the name on the mailbox. How cute. If you're not careful, you'll make me think you actually have hope.
He doesn't even use the name Schreb. But he said we could have this.
And you believed him?
It's what he wanted.
Oh. So now you're just the cute suburban wife that has the happy little life with a man that she loves to pretend doesn't beat her. That's adorable.
Ken's never hit me.
He wants to, though.
But he he's been good. He's been helping me. He's like been cleaning up the chantry and everything. Got Ginger out.
You consider that helping? You dragged him to some shithole in the middle of Staten Island and then forced him to take care of your problem?
didn't force him to do it.
Would she
He could
really
have
be?
said no.
Would she even be as much of a problem as she is if she'd never met you?
No, Ken said all the time, someone else, we don't know who'd have picked her up. It could have been someone like the vampire or Maggie or something.
At least Maggie's not a crack whore. And you start to hear the echoing of your own cries, the mumbling that you aren't. And the figure kind of just looks up at the sky, shrugs its shoulders, and chuckles.
I look. I it was one mistake. That one time, I'd not for months. I've been getting better.
She looks again over at the mailbox, leans up against it. She starts kind of casually chipping the name away with her fingernail.
Which one, Schreb or Cross? Or both?
Schreb.
No, don't do that. You can't destroy. He can have this place.
I guess that's not our decision. I guess it's his.
He's not here. It's only ever me here, and you.
We'll see. And she's going to start walking towards the house.
Yeah, Naomi's going to follow her as she always rather helplessly does.
And in the demesne, in the very, very nice upper middle class house that they walk into, the shadow is going to slip into the kitchen and then slither into the rest of the shadows of the room. And there, Naomi will see a familiar face. The only difference being his eyes blacked out.
Just making a sandwich. Looks like a BLT.
How did you get here?
But how did I get here? How did you get here? This is my house. Is there something? Did I not take care of the siding again? What was it? The slight dents in the siding that somehow marked this place as a drop-off for prostitutes?
I'm not a. I'm Naomi. Don't you recognize me?
Do look like someone familiar, but right now, from the dragging makeup and the overall kind of, I hate to say this, but heroin really just kind of turns a person gangly near the end. Your overall accoutrement, I'm guessing drug whore.
Why would you say that? My name's on the mailbox.
I can literally see the track marks, lady.
And she quickly folds her arms and clenches them into herself.
You know trying to hide them doesn't work, right? They're these little puckered holes in your skin that are just there forever. I mean, even if you did manage to cover them with makeup or something, just think about it. Like all the money that you shot into your fucking arm, every little bit of it was just another piece that could never really be replaced. Maybe like a family or a lover, something like that. Little pits that'll never go away. Sorry, dude.
Good. As he describes the track marks to you, your arms itch and burn, and you can swear you feel them growing, or maybe there's more of them appearing, but you're just hyper aware of them being there. Fuck, do they feel bad?
Naomi starts scratching her arms and rubbing them. Look, the heroin never. It only hurt you the one time. That was.
Did it hurt me the one time, or did it hurt me the dozen, Naomi? Do you think I enjoyed watching you shoot up while all I could do was sit there and hope you didn't choke on your own vomit? Did you think I enjoyed having to go and fucking kill people? And at this point, Ken's attire is changing slightly. Before he was kind of wearing a white button-down shirt and jeans, but as he keeps going on, you start getting more and more towards what you know of him. Ken, that Naomi remembers, not the Eric. I think I enjoyed getting shot multiple times, killing all those people, just to pull out a girl that frankly needs round-the-clock medical care and not the overwatch of somebody who zonked out on heroin half the fucking time.
You said you wanted to do that. I told you didn't have to. You didn't even let me help you. You didn't even let me come.
Few ship captains want to drag a fucking albatross along the way. Naomi. And then to top it all off, I tried my best to let you live up to your own hopes and dreams. I tried to not let you be a crack whore. And what did I get? Sick 'em, Ginger. And bam, zoom. I go right across the room while you swallow some old lady's pills. Or whoever she took them from. Fuck. Could be some poor person dying of cancer in their mid-20s. The top of life.
I didn't make her steal them. It was a weak moment. I asked you. I asked you for the pills.
And I tried to save you from the one person that apparently no one can save you from, Naomi. Yourself. Because that weak moment is just one rung in a large ladder full of rungs, full of weak moments, dragging you and everyone with you down to a pit that you'll never crawl out of.
You knew what I was before.
Did I? You were very astute at hiding it.
Everyone knew I was an addict.
And yet nobody ever really saw it, did they? You went to the farthest extent you possibly could to talk about your dignity, to cover up your track marks. To play the level head that you never were. And you know what? The joke's on me, right? You found the one person stupid enough to believe you. And for that, I cracked a rib.
No, I didn't. I didn't hide them from you. You saw those scars. Before, I didn't make you do anything. She looks. Her voice lacks conviction at this point.
Before or after we were fucking? Before or after the most distracting moment of any person's life? Well, what is it, Naomi? And he gets closer. Before or after? How long can you keep lying to yourself? I mean, fuck, I see the truth now. But you just keep going. You know what the worst kind of deception is, Naomi? Self-deception. Because you can never call yourself out, can ya?
No.
No. You can't.
I knew as an addict. I knew the marks. I just hide them so other people don't see it. I know what. You saw them. You could have. The one time you could have left, you saw them from. After you'd even seen me shoot up. In my room at the gym.
Erections are blinding, and young men are stupid. Especially when a, God, how did you put it? Cum dispensary says nice things to them while they're so sad. And he reaches out and wraps his fingers around her throat. I should have put you out of your misery ages ago.
It shouldn't just be another body in a dream.
His fingers tighten. I should have just let you rejoin the cycle. Maybe next time you wouldn't have fucked it up.
And Naomi is gasping for at this point.
What's wrong? I thought you liked being choked.
As she just splutters out. Stop, no, please. Too less tight. Can't breathe.
At that, what you get from this figure is an extremely disgusted expression as he casts Naomi to the floor. Jesus. Your own murder and you're trying to get off? What the fuck is wrong with you? And incoming boot. God, you're not even worth killing.
Please, I tried to be good for you.
And you failed. Again. Kick. Just like you failed at taking care of Ginger. Kick. Just like you failed at really showing Violet anything constructive. Kick. And just like you failed at making a chantry. A fucking rust bucket. Kick.
And the gasping between the gasps and the chokes as she's being full on kicked in the stomach are the words Violet's parents. Ow. I help that ow.
When she does manage to speak, What she gets instead of another kick is his foot planted roughly on her sternum. The pressure isn't quite enough to start really pressing her lungs there, but she is very painfully held in place. She can feel the all the bits of the sole of the boot just really digging in there. Oh, you called that helping? Oh, you are amazing. You called shattering a young woman's world and forcing her to live out probably the most painful part of her existence helping? You call getting someone hopped up on fucking coke and screaming in the face of people who raised and cared for them helping? I mean, I guess it is helping in the sense that you are accomplishing exactly what you were made to do, and that was drag everyone else around you down. Now he's pressing.
And she's flapping her mouth open, like she's trying to talk. Yeah, she's trying to talk, but no words are coming out. As she's mostly just struggling to breathe now.
Eventually, this figure, this idea inside of an idea, keeps her pinned but alleviates the pressure. What? You've got another valiant defense of all your bullshit?
They were worse. Violet's mum never loved her. It's not my fault Edwin doesn't care about Ginger.
You were the only one, Naomi, and you dropped the ball. Besides, I'm hearing Mom wasn't so good. What about the other one?
He lied too.
He lied. And how many lies have you told? The one little bit of love that poor girl had, and you helped snuff it out. Comes naturally to you, right? Your family loved you. You got rid of that. Ginger loved you. You used her as a weapon. And that poor old bastard, yeah, maybe he lied, but he loved her and she loved him, and you got your fingers around it, and gone.
Violet was angry too.
I wonder where she got that from. I wonder who taught her how.
She got the answer she wanted.
But were they what she needed? Does she seem any better off?
I can't make her better.
Well, congratulations! We've come to a fucking revelation! You can't make someone better! At least you're finally being honest with yourself. At least you're finally understanding. You can't make someone better, as he slaps his knees.
You can give them what they deserve.
Sorry, what did you say, Shelby?
But we can give them what they deserve.
You've never appeared outside of here. You can't give them anything.
Of course not. We only appear to those that need punished.
Does trying not count?
Does trying produce results?
Everyone defends Maggie trying.
Is everyone right? His boot's off you by now. He's just standing there.
So what? Do monsters can put on skin that looks like a person's, act like one, and still people think they don't poison everything they touch? People are just fucking blind. That's why they let you live.
That's why I let you live.
And we're back here again. Same thing. If you weren't a monster, if you thought you could be a good person, first thing you'd do is kill yourself. You can't do that anyway, because monsters are fucking weak. Fucking weak and selfish.
Think we're looking at the dictionary definition.
No, I can. If I take enough, then it won't matter, and someone will help me overdose.
Here's a newsflash, Naomi. Just because you're zonked out of your head on drugs doesn't mean the rest of the world stops turning. Everything does still matter. It's just that you're too high to notice.
It's not like they give a shit about you anyway. All they care about is what maybe you can do for them.
So what if I do things for them? Does that not count?
Can you really do anything besides ruin everything you touch? Because I've never fucking seen it.
It's like your number one talent.
But I'm becoming. But the executive didn't even kill me. You said that's what they do.
The executor is a complete fucking space cadet. The executor is, while she's good at wielding her office, one of the more oblivious human beings I have ever met. If the executor was a lucky or especially skillful person, they wouldn't be in New York.
Besides, with all the incompetence in your tradition, it's no wonder you're still breathing. We can only hope someone from the outside realizes what's happening.
But you know, like the Youthies. That big book club that Maggie's trying to get into. Wouldn't it be fucked up if she was the one who finally put an end to you?
You always said, Ken, that she couldn't get in, that the people have to die, that it wouldn't be Maggie anymore.
Yet I'm not a youth and a toy. I mean, let's be real here. Half of what I say about the traditions out loud is a lot of sound and fury. A lot of that good old fuck the police. We're looking at reality today. The traditions need bodies. And Maggie's a body that can pull a trigger.
But rules and jaw, and that's why they let people leave, right?
They've been doing this for millennia. I bet they can cope.
She wanted to kill me, she already would have done.
Are you sure? I don't think you're sure. You don't look sure.
The times I've been in, times I've seen her, the time we spoke in private, or even when I was in the Vigilant Tower, she could have killed me if she wanted to.
Oh, believe me, she wanted to. Do you know why she didn't?
Why?
Because I was between you and her. And she just couldn't bring herself to shoot through me.
Would have been a nicer fate than letting you live with this thing.
And nobody's perfect.
You. That was the morning after. You didn't have to stand between us.
But I was young, dumb, and horny. And men of fighting age and temperament who are young, dumb, and horny do a lot of stupid shit.
You manipulated him into liking you. Because let's be honest. Who would like you for what you are? Who would like you for anything beyond a warm hole to fuck? No.
Not even warm anymore.
You just tricked him.
He could have
Now
left.
you're running out of use.
He could have left.
Could I? Till you showed your true colors?
Till you made him a part of you somehow. Got so close he couldn't even get away. Now you're just a fucking leech. Another goddamn vampire. Just pretending to be human.
Didn't even know that that link could happen. No one had told me anything. Even when we've talked about it, no one's heard of that sort of thing happening before ever.
And the incompetency rises.
That thing happens in the world.
What'd you say, Shelby?
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
I was just asking what Shelby said.
And there's a first time for every fucked up thing that happens in this world. There's always a new low to stoop to. You just always manage to find it first.
You know, at least Bela Lugosi had class.
At least Maggie didn't stick to him like a goddamn parasite.
I don't want to have the link. I tried to find ways to make it stop.
He only violated him once. Would have made him walk into traffic. It was just death. You torture him with prolonged fucking exposure to you that he can't even stop, that gets worse and worse. She's a better person than you are at this point.
Did what I can to stop the link. Stop the leeching.
Your trying counts for fucking nothing, yet again.
It's almost like there's a theme here.
Because monsters are monsters, and tigers never change their stripes. The interesting thing about the monsters, though, is they can lie to themselves about it and think they're redeemable.
Right. Why does it... I didn't want to be the monster.
You think we
Again?
want to be here with you?
Fuck no.
Only you were fucking dead, and everybody would be free of you, even us.
I don't want to die.
Nuzzle it right up there and...
You're just a fucking coward. You're not as good of a person as you think you are. All you give a shit about is yourself, your ability to continue on with all the horror you bring to this world. Another fucking vampire.
Because life wants to persist. Even bacteria.
Right. But if I died, then what would happen to Ginger? What would happen to Ken now? What would happen to you?
Well, let's review. Ginger would have a chance to actually stay in a place where she can get the help she needs and maybe a few years down the road be on the way to recovery and a stable life. I would not constantly be burdened with the eternal fucking depredations of a vampiric whore. And eventually, down the way, I might even get this house.
What a shitty place it would be with you in it.
But didn't the research say that you might die?
It would be better than being stuck with you.
When he's dead, you can't leech off of what's left of his life anymore. Maybe he'll actually have something that belongs to him, instead of just being the host of a parasite.
I don't even stay in his apartment. I started to build somewhere where I wouldn't have to leech off him.
And why is that place approaching livable? Oh, that's right, because I make the effort to make it approach livable. By some fucking mystical talent, some innate cosmic capability, even when you are like half a New York City away from me, you still manage to leech off me somehow.
I didn't ask you to do half of the things that you did.
Your incompetence asked me to do it. That's the thing about hard workers. We just can't leave shit half finished.
I could learn to do some of those things. I did a load of the floor and found the building and
You did a section of the floor. And then you dropped the hose. I don't know, probably to shoot up again, who the fuck knows. And made a large pool that mixed with the dirt. It was kind of muck. Your natural environment, I understand.
I was trying to help Ginger. I was trying to show her something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't that spark her running off, causing a chain of events where everybody had to scramble to try to find her?
Most people didn't even know she was missing. You and Violet. And
I
then
assure you, it was more than that.
why did you get people to come and help?
Because you certainly weren't going to.
Good people try, and sometimes they succeed. At least when they're not being dragged down.
I told Violet that I didn't want to help because it would be better if Ginger wasn't around. She wasn't around me. That they should just leave and not come back.
You've got your claws in too fucking deep, don't you?
I'm trying to take the claws out. You can even leave the chantry. They can have the chantry.
You don't get it, do you? They're stuck in. It's like when a fucking bee stings you. Yeah, sure, it bucks off. But the stinger, that's always there. Maybe if they're lucky, they can dig it out. Maybe.
You know what happens? Of course you know what happens, you fucking crack whore, when you stab somebody. The knife goes in, and fuck, it hurts, and it can get infected and so much pain and suffering, but when you pull it out, oh man, when it comes out, all that blood starts rushing out of them, that's what kills them. Unless somebody can dress the wound. All the knife can do is kill. All it can do is hurt. And you don't know which is worse. Is it the slow, painful death clutching onto it, or is it the bleeding out that comes with removing it?
If they had Edwin and Jade and Tommy, then they could help them. They wouldn't need me anymore.
You know, it's funny. Your plan now involves hoping that a team of people is able to somehow unfuck what you yourself did. That is an interesting ratio. One you does the damage and really just wrecks shit all over the fucking place. And then it takes an entire team of trained experts to try and maybe even fail to undo what you've done. You're like a fucking tsunami.
All I was trying to do was help. I just wanted a friend.
And instead you got a victim.
Do you really think you deserve a friend? You don't want a friend, you just want to feed. Fucking lying to yourself again.
I've never fed from either of them. Wouldn't let them.
God, the endless lies. Can you believe this shit? And this is the first time he's actually looked at the shadow being.
I don't think it can help it.
Must be instinct. I mean, I
Probably.
doubt it. Fuck, I doubt a parasite knows what it's doing, but the primordial drive, right?
Anything to help it sleep at night while it takes and takes and takes. Leave everything around it out. Give back nothing but disease and corruption.
I'm not taking now.
Realizing it too.
I'm not taking now. I'm on my own. It's-
But are you?
No one's. No one's there. No one's there to feed me. I can't steal anyone's life. I'm on my own.
Oh my god. It's like you don't have a constant link to someone. It's like that just slipped your mind. Have you checked lately how the person that's now intrinsically tethered to you is doing?
He said he'd be better without me.
Of course it doesn't care. It can't feed from him right now. He's practically nothing to it anymore. Isn't it sad?
If I'm not there,
Yeah.
he'll be better without me. You said it.
Well, remember, it's kind of a 50-50. It's true. It'd probably be better to die than be linked to you. But you know what? I've had a revelation. There is something in the technique. You're right. You see, instead of just choosing to jump off a bridge or something quick, you're just dragging it out. You slowly ebb away. He slowly ebbs away.
He can have people around him if there were. If there was. If it's like this, then there are people around him. If I jump off a bridge, then he'd be on his own.
People who have never seen something like this before and obviously have no idea what to do or even what's going on. And they'll sit and scratch their heads and worry as he fades and fades, and nothing they do works.
I can tell them what'll happen. I can. I can tell them. Violet can tell them what'll happen. Make sure he's as safe as he can be.
Which review isn't that great because none of them actually know what to do. I mean, I'm glad that you just want to heap the fucking problems onto this guy. It's kind of fucking amazing. But,
I don't want to. There's nothing I can do. I can't make vampirism go away. I can't make the link go away. The only other thing I can do is keep feeding or die.
and the figure looks back at his compatriot.
Looks like you finally did something successfully. You dug your claws in so deep at all the decent people around you, to the point where if they remove the parasite, no matter what, somebody's fucked. You've managed to make sure that your descent isn't going to be alone. Congratulations.
At least give him the choice.
This level of fuck up should be in a medical journal or something, because it's pretty much groundbreaking.
I. There must be. At least I can ask him with how he wants it to happen.
It's so fucking rich. Oh, that's great. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And he also gestures at the finger. I can't fucking believe this shit. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go back to this. I have clarity, right? I have actual clarity. I really. He doesn't. You know he doesn't. You're gonna go up to him, right? You're gonna go up to this guy, and you're gonna tell him to try to instruct you on how to kill yourself, and you think that he, with your claws pretty much around his fucking arteries, is gonna let that shit go down? God, even when you almost screw up your courage, you find a way to sabotage it. The eternal will to survive. It's fucking amazing.
I can. I'll hide what I'm asking him.
He's in your head. Do you really think that he's just not going to figure it out?
He wouldn't look.
Until you give him a reason to.
No, he was always good about that. He didn't look. We have to look unless one of us fucks up and the wall comes down.
How do you know he doesn't just look anyway?
He's better than that.
With your influence, maybe he's not.
You know metal doesn't stay as strong after it rusts through, right?
But he always talks about how much he cares about this.
A lot of people around you cared. How's that going so far?
He no you. So I'll ask someone else. I don't know. I'll get someone else to help Jade or.
Jade, the team mom, are you just going through the entire list of people that are not going to do it?
Maggie. Say Maggie wants to kill me. She can pick the fucking way.
Interesting prospect. Of course, I can tell you're still gambling. See, you're trying to play me, something in your head, off of what I originally told you. You're actually trying to play yourself. But you're still going to be gambling. Because we both know what you said, huh? We both know what you said. Nah, she can't quite get in. She's not quite ready.
So She has. It'll help her get in. I don't know. Isn't this some shit they have to do?
We don't know. We're not a euthanatoy. The one person who could be counted on to end this for good is you. In terms of just how it would be mechanically effective. We all know you're too much of a fuck up to do this shit, but that's the actual answer. It's just that you don't have the courage to do it.
But I can be brave. I can start trying to be brave. If I make it somewhere for Ginger. Make it so she can. If I just try and get the claws out without.
You and this trying shit. Try. You had to do coke to handle re-entry. Your
Terrifying.
bravery is measured in lines on a mirror.
There's got to be some. Is there something? Anything? I'll try tomorrow. I'll try tomorrow.
That's it. I'm done. She's not getting it. She's not fucking getting it. And he goes and sits down at the table.
She never will. Because deep down in the back of her head, all she wants to do is feed, survive, drag as many people down with her as she can.
And with that, Naomi drops through the floor. And with that, Naomi drifts through the floor, and we will end our scene there. Thank you very much.
Meow.
Did we lose Duncan?
I think so, and also, at least for me, the yellow light's on.
Yeah, it's still on for me too. There was one time, I think in Zooster, a scene where something happened I think the host had to get up and leave. And like the scene ended. And then the YouTube video continued for the hours that Hangouts videos can run.
Wow.
There was a quote unquote 8-hour scene. We may have witnessed part 2 of that.
So I'd like to take this time to remark that if you have people watchers in your life that are talking to you like this, that's not good. And you need to seek more positive people in your life.
That is abuse, which is not limited to relationships. It can also apply to friendships, to family, to any number of people in your life. And you don't have to tolerate it.
No, you don't. And you shouldn't.
If you need help in identifying these sorts of patterns and behaviors, you can go to www.thehotline.org. There's plenty of information there. We could queue up 8 hours of elevator music.
Well, there's always the risk when